For 20 years, our house has experienced a lot.
He's back! Are you kidding me?
Triumph, defeat, heartbreak, euphoria. It's been home to legends, and legends in the making. We've watched homegrown kids grow up here and welcome friends who became family.
The ballpark is in a frenzy!
Like our fans, this place has developed a reputation. And that's just the way we like it. In a city bursting at the seams with history, our house has had its fair share.
Howling drive, way out of here!
Grand Slam, Victorino! The Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series!
But it's not time to harp on history.
It's time to make more history.
He's gonna just watch it go!
Our team story is not done. It's barely been written.
Something's brewing with this team, John.
We're here for the long haul and the long ball.
That one is gonna be long gone!
It's been a fun 2 decades,
Son of a gun, I love this place.
but this is the only looking back we're doing
With a rainmaker!
because we're tired of knocking on the door. It's time to kick it down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sorry in Advance. I am your host, Sean, joined by Scott. Phillies are looking pretty good through 2.5.
Yeah, we should just throw this whole episode out the window.
I really was just like, it was just like it's a shame that like we have to talk about like such a negative weekend. It was like I was half tempted to be like, do we even jinx it and do we just cancel the show since they're winning, like they're destroying the team? And it was funny too because I saw like 3 people that I follow for like sports bets being like, you should take Harper and Schwarber for home runs because whatever his name is because he's already pulled. Who started for the Blue Jays? Francis.
Yeah.
You should take because he gives up so many home runs to lefties, and I'm sitting there putting my 2 kids to sleep. Which, by the way, I just want to say, one of the hardest things to do on a night that we do this is have both my daughters in a dark room with white noise on, rocking one to sleep, putting her in bed, going to another room to put the other one to sleep in a dark room with white noise at 7:30 at night. And I'm sitting there just like, I have to find the energy to go downstairs and do this now. Like, I'm ready to go to bed. So that's like 25, 30 minutes that I'm rocking in a dark room. So, anyway, but yeah. And then of course I showed you and Rye I had a 10 cent promo credit from ESPN Bet for their slot machine thing. And I put it on, Harper and Schwarber to both hit home runs. And then Harper comes up, crushes one. And I'm like, watch, this is going to hit because I put 10 cents on it to win $1.
Yeah.
It happens when you bet $10 on it.
Yeah, I placed a parlay in Saturday, and every game hit besides the Phillies losing 17-7.
That's why I'm just like, you know what? It was worth the 10 cents. Then I'll have $1 to lose on them later. And I know my mom is extremely.
Oh, yeah. It's just refreshing to hear Scott Franzke on the television.
You mean to hear baseball on the television?
Yeah, like common sense.
Just comment. Yeah, is Kruk on? Because I haven't even been able to turn it on. Like I put my kids to sleep and came down.
I don't know.
Okay, good enough for me. Good evening, Mom.
Hello,
Good evening,
Mom.
Mrs. Pizzo. Good evening, Donna.
What's up, Donna?
So yeah, I just thought that was kind of. It was just like I'm sitting there like, of course, watch both of them are going to hit home runs, and I'm going to win $1 instead of. But I've gotten lucky this year hitting some nice little home run bets. So, before we stay with the Phillies, just wanted to kind of get into this real quick, which was pretty cool. Is that here? Depending on what you believe, and if you believe in superstition, it could be cool, and it could be just the worst possible thing.
It's Philadelphia.
4 months before the season starts, and that's that Saquon Barkley was announced as the cover athlete for Madden. So it's pretty cool, but also I mean, Madden is unbeaten so far in the curse, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping he can reverse it.
You know what? It's MVP. That's all I can say. Is hopefully maybe he'll come out win an MVP and just completely reverse it.
Yeah, it's really cool to see. I mean, and he's also overall is a 99.
Yeah, I
Which
feel like
is-
do you have to be?
Yeah. I think the last Eagle that was a nine. I think he's the only Eagle that was a 99 ever in Madden. Actually,
Even no, Terrell Owens was
98.
No, but he wasn't Madden. He was
Nah.
2K, right?
Yeah.
That was when there was actual like other sports games that came out.
That I'm not gonna lie, that game gave Madden a run for its money.
I know they were actually pretty good.
Yeah, I used to actually play that more than Madden sometimes.
Same way that like MVP baseball was like owned baseball games.
Well, I think what owned baseball games is different. I look at MLB 2K. Like MLB 2K was great. I thought
It was, but I mean MVP baseball really just it became MLB the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But MLB 2K was around and then it just stopped because I guess I don't know what happened with that.
I don't even know. But they had like triple play 2000.
Yeah, RBI baseball.
RBI baseball. Triple play 2000 had the best cheat codes because you could literally do that. Anything was a home run. So we would bunt and it would be like a 600-foot home run. And the sound effects were unbelievable. It was just so out of control. But that was PlayStation 1 and we're on PlayStation 17 now. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was pretty cool. Congrats to Saquon Barkley. Did you see the behind the scenes stuff too of him
Doing the jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. It was actually pretty. I actually had to watch it like 4 times because I was like, "Wait, is he actually doing that again?"
I know because on the one angle, it doesn't look like there's anything attached to him.
No, and I was like, "Oh,
And I'm like,
right.
he's landing so gracefully."
Like what's happening?"
And then I saw him doing it, and I'm like, "Oh, there's one where there's not even a person there, and then there's another one with the player there." So
yeah,
it was cool. And I tell you what, I am super stoked at the fact that they have the Kelly Green jerseys on there.
yes,
That's
absolutely.
what they're doing to it too. So I thought that was pretty cool. They should just make it an alternative jersey.
Yeah, I agree, and I think they should get the white ones back too.
Yes, 100%. I don't mind the black, but it's just,
I'm over it.
I that's what I'm saying. Like you need a change. I don't mind them, but like it's not like I want to get rid of them because I don't like them. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
everybody wants the Kelly Green.
Like the like the black jerseys, like kind of represent. Me personally, I feel like the Donovan McNabb era.
True. Yeah.
Like the Westbrook T.O. era, like that. Like it's like get rid of them.
Yeah. He looked like he was levitating.
Yeah, he did.
That's why it was just funny watching the video. That's why I said I'm just like, is he just that skilled? He's landing so nicely. Like, does he do ballet as well? Sean, I have to say thank you so much for the birthday post me. Very happy to make your day. I know Scott wished you happy birthday too.
Yes.
Piggybacked off mine. That's fine. Just kidding. And my mom said she loves the white jerseys too.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get into like a debate on those for like alternate jerseys for Philly sports.
Yeah, we could. I think we should do that during like the All-Star break.
It's fine. All Philly sports or just
all Philly sports?
Okay. Are we gonna?
There's too many jerseys around the league.
I know. Like, do we even include the Philly Connect one? Their City Connect ones. I mean, is that
nah? Like my whole thing is like they're alternate jerseys. Like I feel for some reason I feel like they wear the cream jerseys like so much. The cream ones.
Do they even wear? But I'm just like it seems like they wear the powder blue more than they wear the cream ones.
No, well they wear the cream ones every home game during the day.
Well, that they wore the powder blue ones the other day, like last Thursday or whenever they played.
Because that was because they had a double header.
Oh, so they were probably going to wear them at night.
Yeah,
I think it's like a Thursday night game thing, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is like when Friday comes around, I'm like I got to look at these godforsaken jerseys.
Well, I can't wait for City Connect 2.0. I guess in the next 2 years when they're coming out.
Yeah.
I'll actually have to buy a jersey because that means they're not making them anymore. They're not going to wear them, so they'll actually be like a collector's item. That's probably exactly what Nike's doing. Is I'm going to make you buy them just for a collector's item to spend money.
I'm gonna be honest. After the Arizona series, I'm so glad they're done with the red ones.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so done with that.
Your mom doesn't like the old school powder blues?
No, she doesn't like the City Connect ones.
Oh, all right. All right. Wait a minute. So come on, Mrs. Pizza. This is the first time I might have to disagree with you. I wish they would wear the maroon ones more often too.
Oh, the one that Andrew
Maroon Mabel
McCutcheon?
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and by the way, can't find that jersey to buy anywhere except for eBay.
How much is it? Like 1,000?
Yeah, because you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The
Yeah, they are.
so ugly. Here's my thing, and I feel like we talked about this before. The alternate ones that are somehow out there at like Cowtown and stuff like that are red.
They're nicer.
Those are cool as hell. I love those.
I will say this though, I do like their hat. I like the hats.
I bought a hat.
Yeah, I just like the whole jersey itself just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Of course, I appreciate both. When I told everybody that you said I was a number one fan, I was like, well, I wasn't lying. My mom is all in caps tonight. Good Lord. So she was all caps for the announcers and then all caps for hating the City Connect. Tell me how you really feel. So, that should be a fun debate.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, we won't even include the City Connect ones then because it's not even worth the conversation.
No.
So, getting to the Phillies, look, see, all caps. Our colors are red and white, red, white, and blue, Mom. So red, white, and blue. Because the stars were blue on the regular pinstripes, right?
Yes, they were. Not now though. I don't think.
No, not now.
No.
Phillies don't represent America. They did more than Dallas. So anyway, back to the current Phillies. So it is officially it's June 3rd, and
they're hitting home runs.
They're hitting home runs. Bryce Harper has a home run today. Kyle Schwarber led off the game with a home run. Harper hit excuse me. Hit a solo one. The Phillies are winning 7-0 right now. And little did you know that it is June and King Schwarber has not arrived yet. So we are he hasn't hit one. He didn't even hit one in the Brewer series.
No.
Reese Hoskins outslugged him.
He outslugged everybody.
In white. By the way, never mind. I'll bring it up later because it's in there. So anyway, the Phillies have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26 games in 30 days of June. So they have 24 and a half left for Kyle Schwarber to hit my mark of 30 home runs. I said I wanted 30 home runs in June. And if anybody can do it, he can do it. And Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
But we're a little behind schedule because Kyle Schwarber doesn't have one, and we're 3 days into June playing.
And they had an off day.
2 games. That's what I'm saying. And so, I mean, I hope it happens. He is up this inning coming up. So is Harper, which FanDuel would not let me bet Harper to hit 2 home runs. So that pissed me off a little bit.
They know.
They wouldn't even let me bet Schwarber. I'm like, yeah, they definitely know. They were like, oh, you could bet Castellanos and Stott. And I'm like, thanks. Just tell me I'm going to lose. Anyway, so Donna says you're going to be punished if you keep saying about your mom being in all caps. Nah, my mom knows. She's just she's aggressive about her sports. Anyway, so the Phillies are up right now 7-0. Not to go back to a negative note, but this past weekend was really just
it was god awful
garbage. I actually, for a little while, I only had Ranger Suarez's final stat line for his game as the only pro from the weekend. Because there really wasn't anything that I felt was really worth kind of looking at. But Ranger Suarez went 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, which to me, that always does make a difference. Like, it's just when it comes to relievers, that's what sucks. It's because when it's just like, oh, runs and earned runs, I'm just like, yeah, if you had 1 earned run, but you gave up 4, you and the starter kind of sucked.
I just think
like Tanner Banks when he gave up the home run.
Like I don't think he like really had his best stuff. I mean, he only had 2 strikeouts. Like you don't normally see that.
No, but I mean, still, what? I only gave up 2 runs, but again, it was the bullpen that really let
And
it,
and the errors.
and the errors. What Weston Wilson and Turner.
Yeah.
Turner's defense. What he leads the majors in errors, I think, in the last 2 years, something like that.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not at all, and let's get through the pros. Jose Ruiz was designated for assignment. That I put as a pro.
Yeah.
I definitely put that as a pro because we can stop talking about him. That was
it.
That's it. And Bohm hit. Kyle Schwarber just flied out to deep left field. Damn it, I was close. Bowman hit 324 in May. 33 hits, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 14 runs. And his batting average is only up to 265, which just shows how really crappy his April was. I think that really says something to how good he's been doing. I think as I was getting like all my stats and stuff together over the last few days, he was hitting 270 and then it dropped to 265. But regardless, that's definitely a positive. Let me get rid of these comments real quick. Cons, obviously, Turner's defense is just getting to the point where it's just like, what do you do? And I know people want the answer to be you move him to center field, but I just feel like it's not going to happen. It's not even really.
Not right now.
I don't think it's an option for this team. They won't do it because sports, I'll say baseball, but sports all around is literally the players run the team. They say yes or no for what they want to do. Except for Harper. Harper, does.
Harper will play center. Harper will play short.
Harper said he'd go back to left.
Yeah.
Or he'll go to left, excuse me, go back to right. Which is funny because I saw people, like a lot of people saying for the trade deadline, like, oh, go get a first baseman because Harper will go play go to right. And I'm like, he said he would go play left, so you don't have to mess with Castellanos, which is where he's okay at.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I wonder if they would consider including Kepler in a trade.
Please.
Or Marsh, because I think this is going to be a very, very, very interesting trade deadline because you said it before that Dombrowski has to make an impactful move. None of the little dinky moves that he made.
No. I mean, I was looking at the standings before Sunday's game, and it was Phillies, Dodgers, Mets, and Cubs all tied.
Yeah.
With the same exact record. We're in the wild card spot.
Yeah, we're 1 game out, I think, or 1.5.
Yeah, I just think this is the year that he's got to make a blockbuster move.
Big time. And I don't know how else to I really don't know, man, because it's like no one is going to accept the little tiny move, the accent move.
No, especially with Alvarado done. And
yeah. And that's the biggest thing is that you're going to need to go. You needed a bullpen help regardless.
There's really one in Boston.
There's one in Boston. Real quick, hold on. Sit both guys and bring up the kids that's killing the minors for center.
See, here's the thing with that. I'm all for that, but not when you're in win down mode. Like you need like a impactful move where you need a proven player at the deadline. Like I'm all for like bringing the kids up, but not right now. Not with what the Phillies have. Like they have a window.
So my thing, I agree, and I feel like it also ties into Crawford. Crawford's definitely going to be competing for a spot next year.
Yeah, so it's possibly Otto Kemp.
Yeah. So I just feel like Crawford's not ready to come up quite yet. He's hitting like he is, but I just feel like
and you can't throw them in them. Yeah, you can't throw them into a playoff game.
Especially because, like, if God forbid anything doesn't work out, and you have to send them down. Like that, really sometimes does mess with a player.
Yeah, it destroys his mental game.
Yeah. The other thing is I don't know if it's a con or a pro, it could be both, is that Walker needs to stay in the bullpen, and they already said he's staying in the bullpen.
I guess that's a pro because, I mean, he has pitched well in the bullpen.
Well, the con I want to tie into Mick Abel is the fact that Walker should have never been given another start. You should have left Mick Abel up.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It was.
Like, I did not understand that at all.
It made no sense because of the fact that you used up one of his minor league options. He's if you have to send him down now, he has to be taken off the 40-man roster.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me think he's coming up to be trade bait.
He might be. Who knows?
But it's just the fact that, like, they announced that, Nola's ankle isn't healing as quick as they wanted. You could have seen that before Walker had to make that start. So there was zero reason, because you didn't need to make a move.
No.
You didn't need to make a move to put Walker back, to have Walker start. You did after you sent Abel down. It's just you make unnecessary moves. It just makes no sense on their thought process. When granted, it was all well and good that his Abel start was against the Pirates and he absolutely dominated them. Maybe that's exactly what you needed out of someone who's coming up for the first start, to really boost their confidence and give them that edge in their own mind to really pitch well. Because now I'm not saying Toronto's, they're terrible, okay, but they're not great either, to where I'm like, all right, now you're facing another team.
But they got a great lineup.
They have a very good lineup. But
yeah.
It's okay. So, but I mean, it's obviously better than the Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
But he's not facing, God, who the hell? He's not facing the Tigers. Who the hell thought I'd say that within a year?
I know.
He's not facing the Royals. Like, he's not facing an all-star lineup, to where it's a good time that you could have left him up. And you could have left him up and had him pitch against the Brewers, or pitch. I don't know if he would have. So Friday,
Atlanta. Wouldn't it have been Atlanta?
Well, Atlanta. But, and especially with the fact that Zach Wheeler's wife is so pregnant that they're saying, oh, she's due any day. So, and I'm like, so wait a minute. So you moved Walker up to start. You sent Abel down. You knew that Wheeler's wife is due.
And you still
sent him down for an unnecessary move. You could see that if I'm the team, I'm looking at Nola's ankle every day. I'm doing x-rays, CAT scans. I don't know what the hell else you would do. Whatever. MRIs, whatever, on his ankle, to get the best possible results. And if you could see it's not going to be ready by the time his next start comes, then what the frig were you looking at? That you had to be like, our only move is to send Mick Abel down.
Yeah, I'm not too sure with what was going on.
It's what kind of like infuriates me, to the point where I have no faith in them making a move, because I actually went back and, like, somebody posted like all the moves that Dombrowski made. It was like getting Kyle Gibson, trading for Freddie Galvis again. And you traded Sir Anthony Dominguez, which I got that. You traded Gregory Soto. I got that. You traded Ohapi for Marsh. And granted, like, JT wasn't doing terrible. If we would have seen this, of course we all would have been like,
what are we doing?
Don't you dare trade him.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the same time, it's like, should we all have kind of questioned it and been like, he's an aging catcher. Catchers, don't age very well. Because our original thought process, I remember I said it like when we first started, was I think JT's going to be in your DH or play first base. I didn't think Harper was going to be your first baseman. I thought he was going to be staying right field when he came back from injury. And I wonder if, like, really getting rid of Hoskins kind of moved some things around.
Yeah.
But saying it now, you can't re-sign JT.
No,
you can't. Not as a starter.
No.
The other column was Luzardo got rocked for the first time. Like,
all right, so here's my thing. Why would you leave him in for 12 runs?
I don't know.
Like literally, Topper got tossed, and they literally just didn't give a shit and just left him in there to just get more rocked. Like, if they would
the pick off, right?
Yeah, and if they would have took him out after letting up 5 runs, who knows? They could have possibly won the game.
Yeah,
they scored 7 runs.
Yeah. What don't you want? Oh, my mom doesn't want to hear that you can't re-sign JT.
Well, get used to it because I
They'll
mean,
hang a poster of him up in the clubhouse then.
yeah.
So, and then the other con was Hoskins only hits home runs when I don't bet on him.
Yeah, that was
Because
just
I bet on him Friday, and then he hit 2 on Saturday, and I'm like, thanks.
yeah.
Me and Scott came to see you play your first game back last year, and this is how you repay me.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, not Hoskins, but I think around end of July, beginning of August, we're going to have to find when Andrew Painter's coming up. We're going to have to go to that game.
Yeah, we are. I wish they weren't so mum on it. Like, just tell us when he's coming up. Give us the exact date.
Oh, I know. It's they don't know.
No. No.
Next was who is available for the Phillies and probably who should they get? And my first one was go to get Pete Fairbanks because the Rays are
struggling.
Here's my thing. I mean, it's the Yankees look like if they're not going to slow down, that they're going to win the division handedly. They're only 6.5 games out of first, and they're only 2 games out of the wild card. That's what's kind of awkward about if they're going to be sellers. The Phillies are obviously and should be buyers. But Pete Fairbanks, he's 31. I think you would actually have him for an additional year too. I think you would have him through next year. My issue, again, is the fact that this team does not use the closer role. And it infuriates me now because, like, you need... I never thought I would agree with Taijuan Walker, but his comments the other day saying, he doesn't know what he's doing because am I starting? Am I a bullpen? Am I starting? Because it sounded like he was going to stay in the bullpen, and then they had him come in for a start. And I'm like, and I see a lot of people like who are making comments on Twitter and stuff like that about how, like, you're a pitcher, just go pitch. And I'm like, I don't think you realize the routine that these guys get into.
Yeah, once they're in a routine, you can't, like, it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah, and how they have to prepare and stuff like that. And it's, and again, with the fact that Walker pitched 4 innings, I'm like, right then and there, like, relief pitchers who pitch like 1-2 innings sometimes don't pitch for another 2-3 days. Starters, for a reason, don't normally pitch for another 4 or 5 days. So he just throws 4 innings after being in a bullpen role. I'm like, so again, with the Mick Abel move, you lost Walker for another 3-4 days after that.
Yeah.
So that was equally stupid in my opinion. Anyway, I believe Pete Fairbanks is a huge name to go get. I think it'll take, unfortunately, a lot to get him. But I mean, in 23 games, he's 3-1 with a 2.05 ERA. Like, and 10 saves? Yeah, 10. I have it there. I'm just curious, like, and I have it on the last slide, so I won't get into it. Here's yours.
Yeah, this is the guy you need to go get.
They're 9 games out of first and 4.5 games out of the wild card, and they're just like, I mean, they were winning last I saw tonight. Are they still winning?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Are they even playing? Like, why can't I find anything on the MLB website?
This is the guy.
Oh, they're losing.
This is the guy that they need to go get.
I'm still surprised they didn't sign him. Because it's like
it's so obvious. Like, come on.
I wonder what the I don't know, is it drama? Which I don't think so, because I've never heard real drama about him.
I mean, the dude's 37 and he's throwing 104 miles an hour.
Right. And
he's a lefty.
He's a lefty. And he's
that they need.
Yeah, he's only making 10 million this year.
Yeah.
10.7, excuse me. I don't understand not even looking at him. like you said, he hit 100 still hitting 104, 105. He actually is throwing the
harder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. He has the 5th lowest ERA in his career right now.
Yeah, and he's old.
And he's old. He's 37. He's like Nolan Ryan.
Like I don't get it. Like just go ahead and trade for him.
Yeah. I'm curious what the Red Sox would ask for him. And actually, it makes me curious what the Red Sox would ask for him because I heard Duran's on the trade block too.
I would take both of them.
Duran. Yeah, I mean, I would. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like. It's just it depends on the trade package. He's 28, and what are you doing with him? Like he's a free agent too. So,
but you're in a win now mode. So I mean, you could kill two birds with one stone by getting both of them.
I agree, but it does that solve all of our problems. It solves a good bit of them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I think you're going to need more than Aroldis in the bullpen.
Well, yeah,
especially when playoffs come, because again, when you get Alvarado back, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I know. And then we just get to see how unhittable Chapman and Alvarado are for a month and a half.
We have two ridiculously dominant left-handers in the bullpen.
Yeah.
But he's 3-2, 188 ERA, 32 strikeouts in 26 games. Like, and he's throwing 104.
And he's 37.
And he's 37, and he's throwing it with like precision.
Ease. Like it's not even like it doesn't even look like he's wasting an ounce of energy.
Right. It's just like it really makes me wonder what the hell they're going to do during the trade deadline. Because here's the next one that I keep seeing all the time, everywhere, and of course it's on the radio, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Is that everyone keeps saying you should bring Rhys Hoskins home. Like, don't get me wrong. I love Rhys Hoskins. I didn't want to get rid of him, but I just felt like he wasn't going to fit here, especially when he got hurt. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. I think they had all intentions of re-signing him before he got hurt. Like, if he never got hurt, I think he'd still be here.
And Harper would be in right.
Yeah.
I just like he.
But look, 2 for 15 with 2 home runs versus the Phillies.
On Saturday, the whole series, he was 2 for 15. So I'm looking at his stats. He has 9 homers and 35 RBIs. Well, 2 home runs and 6 of that was Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so he's 7 and 29 RBIs.
Yeah.
Outside of facing us.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not forgetting about, his defense. I'm like, you have someone who is finished almost winning a Gold Glove his first 2 years playing first base.
Yeah.
Like, you need to let it go. Or stop complaining and just accept Schwarber's going to be your left fielder.
Yeah, I mean,
or do we put Rhys back in left field like the Kapler days?
Oh, my God. I don't even want to bring that up.
All right. It was funny. I thought about it the other day because when we were facing the Braves, I'm like looking at when they kept talking about the Braves pitching coach, and I'm like, Rick Kranitz. I'm like, didn't we have him? And then I was just like, yeah, he was here for like 2 years when Kapler was here. He was the pitching coach. We just try and block those few years out. Not the interviews on the radio, though. I will remember them forever. That was good time radio.
And the awkward arguments that he would have with the ump and not get tossed.
I know. And I know Scott's still talking to go get Trout, aren't you?
I think it's gonna. Nah, I listen. I'm far gone past that.
Hold on now. Hold on. I mean, what's Mike Trout done the last few games that
he's been hitting home runs?
That he's actually played, because let's see, he's been back since. Wait a minute, has he? I thought he was hurt for a while.
He just came back and hit a home run in Boston.
Why is there's stats for him like 430? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm misreading this. His game, he left the game April 30th, because I'm like, wow, these are a lot of games. I'm like, April 30th and didn't play until Friday, May 30th. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a 4-game hitting streak going on. He has 8 hits in 4 games.
He'll go back on the IL soon.
Oh yeah. 8 hits in 4 games, 5 RBIs, and 1 home run since coming back. He's hitting 800 for the month of June.
Yeah.
Not counting today. Did he actually? What did he do today? Because they're winning right now. They're beating the Red Sox. Let's see. Did he do anything? Mike Trout, another hit. Dude's on fire. Good trade for him.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I So here, this is a pre. Let me see. People are saying he's the Embiid of baseball. I don't know. Mike Trout deserved his MVPs.
Yeah, he did.
Embiid
Hasn't won a playoff game though.
No, he's not. But Embiid didn't deserve his MVP.
No.
He deserved it the year he lost.
Yeah.
So I'm not bashing Embiid. All right. So here's our last beautiful slide that I made. I'm getting better. So this is our. We'll call this. I couldn't think of the word version until I already emailed this to myself to put up for tonight. So we'll call it volume 1. But who stays and who goes prospect wise? I think Mick Abel's going to get traded. That's one of the main reasons they're leaving him up.
If he gets traded, it's going to be it's a blockbuster deal then.
Yeah, I think that's going to be your big move. I mean, we can get into another episode to where like other teams that need pitching and where he might go. This is just it's June 3rd. We have literally 2 months until the trade deadline. Yeah. Probably like end of June we'll start getting really into how everything's looking. But I mean, in 10 games, he's 6-2 with a 2.21 ERA. He has definitely revitalized his career this year because he was really just everyone thought he was
all over the place.
Calls. Yeah,
he was almost in Jesse Biddle territory.
I mean, really, he was. I mean, struggling is an understatement. But then, I mean, in 57 innings, 26 walks is, a little much. But, 14 earned runs, and 67 strikeouts. Like, you saw it.
Yeah, and his control was there.
Definitely. I mean, he's hitting 98 consistently.
Yeah.
So he's definitely, I don't know if he changed something or what. And it's also like, and this I say for Abel, Rincones, and Cabrera, because Cabrera's and I cut it off a little bit. I didn't realize I did that, but he is another starting pitcher. Is you have to, the only reason I'm putting them up there is where are they going to play?
Yeah, like they're kind of stuck.
Yeah. Rincones is, number 10 prospect for the Phillies. This isn't in baseball. But for the Phillies, he's, I believe, played more center field than anything, and that's Crawford's spot, and he's your guy.
Yeah.
And the average isn't there, but I mean, it's he's
still real young too. So
he's like 20, 21, 22, something like that. And then Cabrera's another starting pitcher who's number 11. He's in Double-A, isn't having the greatest year. But again, you see some of the names that get traded that are in A, Double-A, Triple-A, and you're just like, who the hell are you?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that where like not having a great year, but if teams have faith in their minor league system, they'll take a top prospect of an organization, a top 10, whatever, if you include them in a deal or something like that. I should have created a maybe, stay or go, because that would have been Otto Kemp. Because I don't know. Right now, I want to keep him because I don't know what Bohm is, and you don't know what the hell. My thing is, if somebody offers me the right deal and Bohm's involved,
I'm taking it.
I'm taking it. Like if that's the make or break decision, then yeah, and I'll bring up Otto Kemp. Otto Kemp is probably the most MLB ready fielder
that they
have. Yeah. And is crushing the ball. He's hitting for average. He's hitting for power. I don't even know. I think he had a pretty decent amount of steals too. If I looked at it, so
he's got 10 stolen bases.
Yeah, he's got 10 stolen bases. Like that's an all-around player nowadays. And I mean, the issue really is that it's not an issue, excuse me. He's played third base 33 games. He's played second base 11, first 12, and left field 6. So he can play everywhere. Obviously his fielding percentage for third is going to be lower because it's where he plays the most, but he's got 6 errors there and 1 at second. So I dare, and I will never say that anybody is Scott Kingery, but he has the potential to be your third baseman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeps playing like this. I don't want to see him using a super utility role or any of that crap because I think that's what ruined Kingery.
Yeah.
So right now I'm at Auto Kemp stay, and again, that depends on
the trade.
If it's like Abel and Kemp for somebody who's not a minor leaguer, like it'll never happen, but like why am I drawing a blank? Good Lord, Bobby Witt Jr. That is just like bye, goodbye.
Yeah, say.
I'll send you Mick Abel, Raconis, Cabrera, and Kemp. Take them all.
Yeah.
Aiden Miller obviously isn't going anywhere.
No.
The thing with him, and you can see it by the numbers, he's not having the greatest year, but it's the fact that he plays shortstop, and he hasn't. I looked at it today. He hasn't played third base at all this year.
I think they're probably grooming him to take over short.
I mean, then what are you doing with Turner?
I don't know.
It's really just it's so interesting. Like his contract, it's infuriating.
Oh yeah, it is
because it's at the point where you're seeing now what we all knew we were going to be worried about. Probably what we thought was going to be in like 5 years.
Yeah, not now.
Not now. With his defense.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what the hell to make of his contract and what to do with it because you're stuck with it. No one's going to take on that whole entire thing. No. You have him until he's 83.
Yeah.
And if you could pick off, something from hockey is if you buy out the contract and you just pay it off over time.
Yeah.
Does he dare to overtake the what's his name, Bobby Bonilla? And then obviously Andrew Painter ain't going anywhere because he's coming up at the end of July, beginning of June. Probably, I mean, dare I say, in your rotation next year?
Yeah, 100%.
Everyone keeps saying that Luzardo is a free agent next year. He's not a free agent. I don't understand why people keep saying you only have Wheeler and Nola. Like you don't. You Aaron Sanchez. You have
Luzardo.
You have 4 pitchers. That's the only reason I say that I don't think Suarez stays. Unless Scott Boras botches another pitcher's contract like he did with Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see on that.
Yeah. But Andrew Painter ain't going anywhere. He's going to be your number 5. I mean, and eventually your number 1 probably in the next 2-3 years, really.
Yeah, once Wheeler retires.
Yeah, after the strike. After 2027. So 2028, Andrew Painter's your number 1. Nola's your 4 because you still have him. And then Luzardo and then whoever else. Maybe Mick Abel signs back here.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, in the minors right now, so he was in, I think, AA and then moved right up to AAA.
Yep.
But 318 in 8 games, 21 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, 10 earned runs, 8 walks. I'm fine with that. He's healthy. He's being consistent. His stuff has ridiculous movement.
Yeah,
because some of the minor leagues videos I've seen of him is just he's so tall.
Yeah, he is.
Reminds me of not Lincecum, like a. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of.
He reminds me of Josh Johnson.
Yeah, I could see that, or I mean, I'm not comparing like the speed and stuff, but like Jared Weaver was just tall and lanky.
Yeah.
Or
like a Chris Young.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I was trying to think of because I'm just like somebody who played for Texas.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, and he's the GM of Texas. Moron. So anyway, the Phillies are still currently up. Zach Wheeler was supposed to pitch tonight.
He's not pitching this week.
Yeah, because he's making TikToks with his wife.
Yeah.
So we're looking all right tonight. Do you know how many strikeouts Christopher Sanchez has so far?
No.
Damn it. I didn't want to look.
I can look real quick.
No, I'm already on there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's the end of the 5th. I'm going to lose. I need to stop betting on the Phillies. That's my problem. So anyway, tomorrow's game is going to be where'd it go? Oh, wait, he's pitching tomorrow? I thought he was pitching Thursday.
I thought Abel's pitching Thursday.
No, it's listed as Abel tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. So I will be able to watch him. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Abel supposedly pitching tomorrow against Jose Barrios, which should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good matchup. And then Thursday, I'm assuming now is going to be Luzardo because it's a day game.
And then Friday's Wheeler, I think.
Is it?
I think he comes back Friday.
TBD.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Luzardo versus Chris Bassett. So I mean, hey man, smell a sweep. Bring on a friggin' sweep.
Let's do it.
Let's get it going. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, that's it.
Let's go, man. Bring more to the table, damn it. Anyway, Mom, Mrs. Pizzo, Donna, Cameron. Mom, thank you for yelling at me throughout the chat. And thanks to everyone for agreeing that we all really still don't like the City Connect. So that'll be one we'll have to figure out. We're gonna have to schedule that where it's the best alternative.
I'm telling you, during the All-Star break, we'll have an episode with that.
We should talk about the All-Star break jerseys when they're released too, because
yeah, we can.
I haven't liked one in a very long time.
Me neither.
I miss the old school days when they wore their jerseys.
Yeah, so do I.
Probably confuse the hell out of everyone now. But, so many colors on the TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out and watching, and we will see you.
Next Tuesday.
I will not be on Friday for my PGA golf thing. That I am just. I mean, I'm really waiting for Derek and Dustin to actually just start playing. Like it's just embarrassing at this point. Can't wait till next year in Philly.
The All-Star game.
Oh, I forgot. All right, I'll start saving now.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. I will talk to you later.
All right, later.
Go Phils.
Go Phils.